So if you thought Monday was off to a bad start before, brace yourselves, kids. The Epstein saga is about to take a really gross twist, and, once again, Donald Trump's involvement in this sex scandal is apparent and ever more questionable. Welcome to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. So, amid the government shutdown appearing to draw to a close, Donald Trump's pardons of his cronies, and chaos at our airports, the U.S. has a case of the Mondays, as an old friend of mine used to say. And I say that's an understatement. For more on all those stories, see our other videos here on the channel. And amid this ever-spreading mess, one story still floats to the top: the Epstein scandal. Here's where things stand at the moment.
Prince Andrew, no more. The British royal officially stripped of his title, now officially known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. But despite the government shutdown, US Democrats from the House Oversight Committee now calling for Andrew to appear before them as part of their ongoing probe into the convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
Our ask is that Andrew has an opportunity right now to come clean about what he may know, about information he might have about Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, and about other people that could have been involved in these horrific actions and crimes.
Buckingham Palace declining to comment. They no longer speak for Andrew. Just last week, King Charles stripping his brother of his titles and his home as further questions arose over Andrew's friendship with Epstein. US House representatives citing an email recently released that caused controversy in both the US and the UK. Andrew reportedly writing to Epstein in 2011 saying, "We're in this together and we'll play some more soon." In an interview with the BBC in 2019, he claimed he'd cut ties with Epstein in 2010. In the same interview, Andrew denying ever meeting Virginia Giuffre, who long claimed that Epstein trafficked her to have sex with Andrew when she was a minor.
I can tell you categorically, I don't remember meeting her at all. I do not remember a photograph being taken. And I've said consistently and frequently that we never had any sort of sexual contact whatever.
And if that makes you angry, stick around. This new reveal will really have you ready to punch something. Possibly, but not limited to, any of the figures already embroiled in this mess. At the time of this report, it's not clear if Frog Prince Andrew Windsor will actually testify before Congress. He has yet to respond to the Democratic request. At the same time, the House of Representatives remains in recess courtesy of Speaker Mike Flaccid Johnson, so as not to seat Representative Adelita Grijalva, who has vowed to be the deciding vote to release the Epstein files. And actually, insider sources currently predict that more than 100 Republicans will join all the Democrats in supporting the move. Again, see our other videos for more. Perhaps because of the impending flood of information, another key figure in the Epstein saga is peeking out from her snake pit. I speak of Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's longtime girlfriend and fellow convicted sex trafficker. Earlier this year, after a meeting with Todd Blanche, a Department of Justice official and Donald Trump's former personal lawyer, Maxwell was transferred to a minimum security prison in a move widely seen as buying her silence. And now it looks like she is planning to pack her bags. This morning, news broke that she's preparing to officially ask for commutation of her sentence. The Hill has more.
Democrats on the House Judiciary Committee say that convicted sex trafficker Ghislaine Maxwell is planning to ask President Trump to commute her federal prison sentence. That sentence is set to run through 2037.
Now, this morning, the committee's Democrats sent Trump a letter telling him that the information they've received shows that, quote, either Ms. Maxwell is herself requesting you release her from her 20-year prison sentence for her role as a co-conspirator in Jeffrey Epstein's international child sex trafficking ring, or that this child sex predator now holds such tremendous sway in the second Trump administration that you and your DOJ will follow her clemency recommendations.
The letter also mentions the alleged special treatment Maxwell is getting at the Bryan Federal Prison Camp in Texas. That's where she was transferred over the summer.
NBC reported this weekend that Maxwell was sending emails to her friends and family boasting about the prison's conditions. She writes in one of them, according to NBC, quote, "The institution is run in an orderly fashion, which makes for a safer, more comfortable environment for all people concerned, inmates and guards alike." Maxwell also mentioned that, quote, "I feel like I have dropped through Alice in Wonderland's looking glass. I am much, much happier here and, more importantly, safe."
Democrats are calling for Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, who met with Maxwell over the summer, to be made available for a public hearing. They want to ask him questions about the use of law enforcement resources and address any, quote, potential exchange of favors.
One of Maxwell's lawyers, David Oscar Marcus, told NBC News in response to their reporting, quote, "That's tabloid behavior, not responsible reporting. Anyone still interested in that kind of gossip reveals far more about themselves than about Ghislaine. It's time to get over the fact she is in a safer facility. We should want that for everyone."
So I ask you, dear viewers, do you think Maxwell is scared of something that's about to come out? Could she realize that if the Epstein files are released, she has no chance of ever appealing her sentence or in getting any kind of early release from prison? Personally, I have a hard time looking at this move and thinking it's anything else. This woman is a sex criminal. It's a miscarriage of justice that she's in a cushy minimum security prison at all. And the very idea that there's even a chance Trump could pardon her, something he said he's open to in the past, again, see our other videos, sickens me. This is Trump's America, a place where Americans starve, can't afford healthcare, are threatened if they don't want to work for no pay, and where some of the worst sex criminals in history can get off scot-free. Oh, and it doesn't help that the current occupant of the White House has an IQ dropping faster than the Dow. Again, see our other videos for more. As always, subscribe to our channel to stay up to date. We'll have more on this story as it develops. This is Occupy Democrats.